Have you ever thought that The Great North is just another cute comedy about a quirky family in Alaska? What if I told you we've been watching a psychological disaster unfold this entire time? Look closer, and you'll see the cracks beneath the surface of this seemingly wholesome animation. Today, we're diving deep into the frozen waters of denial, control, and emotional isolation that the Tobin family is drowning in, all while we laugh along. For those unfamiliar, the Great North follows the Tobin family, a single father, Beef, raising his four children in the remote wilderness of Alaska. The animation style is disarmingly charming, with its pastel colors and rounded edges creating what I call an atmosphere of cozy chaos. The show presents itself as a heartwarming comedy celebrating family bonds in extreme circumstances. The quirky characters, the wilderness setting, the absurd situations, they all contribute to this facade of unconventional but ultimately healthy family dynamics. But that's exactly what makes it so brilliant and disturbing. The creators have masterfully disguised profound psychological trauma behind a veil of quirky humor. The animation style itself serves as misdirection, soft colors and cute designs hiding sharp emotional edges. What struck me on rewatch was how the Tobins consistently use humor to deflect from addressing any genuine emotional concerns. Every potential moment of vulnerability gets immediately undercut with a joke or bizarre tangent. Now, let's talk about what might be the most psychologically revealing aspect of the show: 16-year-old Judy Tobin's relationship with an imaginary Alanis Morissette who lives in the Northern Lights. Think about this for a moment. A teenage girl has created an elaborate fantasy relationship with the ghost of a 90s rock star who isn't even dead in real life. She has full-blown conversations with this apparition regularly. And her family? They just accept it as normal Judy behavior. But why would a teenager need to invent an imaginary companion, especially one who represents female empowerment and emotional validation? The answer becomes clear when you examine Judy's actual relationships. She lives in an emotionally stunted household, dominated by masculine energy, where feelings are rarely discussed directly. Her mother abandoned the family years ago, leaving no female role model. Judy's fixation on dead celebrities extends beyond Alanis. She's obsessed with mortality and legacy. Frequent references to celebrities who died young pepper her conversations. This isn't just quirky character development. It's a teenager processing abandonment through the safer lens of celebrity worship. What we're witnessing isn't just a running gag. It's a coping mechanism, a psychological survival strategy for a girl navigating adolescence without proper emotional support. Judy's imaginary Alanis isn't a friend. She's a manifestation of Judy's desperate need for guidance and understanding. Once you start noticing these psychological undercurrents, disturbing patterns emerge throughout the family. Beef, the father, displays classic signs of control issues, masked as protective parenting. His obsession with keeping the family together isn't just about love. It's about his own fear of abandonment after his wife left. Notice how he sabotages his children's independence at every turn, always under the guise of keeping them safe. His trademark emotional repression isn't played just for laughs. It's a man terrified of vulnerability. Wolf, the oldest son, has effectively become a substitute parent, taking on responsibilities far beyond what's appropriate for his age. His relationship with his fiancée often seems like an escape route rather than a genuine romantic connection. Ham, the middle son, uses his perpetual cheerfulness as armor. His people-pleasing tendencies scream middle child syndrome, but they've been amplified to concerning levels. He lacks any sense of self outside his family role. Moon, the youngest, is perhaps the most concerning. His bizarre behaviors aren't just quirky kid stuff. They're cries for attention in a household where emotional needs are systematically ignored. Each Tobin exists in an emotional vacuum using humor, eccentricity, and denial to avoid confronting their collective trauma. The wilderness setting isn't just a backdrop. It's a metaphor for their isolation from healthy emotional processing. So, why doesn't Fox just present this psychological complexity directly? Why maintain the veneer of a light-hearted comedy? The answer is simple. It would be too dark for the network's brand of animation. Fox needs The Great North to fit alongside shows like Bob's Burgers, created by the same team, and The Simpsons. A direct exploration of familial trauma and psychological dysfunction wouldn't sell commercial slots for fast food and insurance. In interviews, the creators have dropped hints about the deeper themes. When asked about Judy's relationship with imaginary Alanis, co-creator Wendy Molyneux once said it represents the ways we all create what we need when it isn't provided for us. A surprisingly revealing statement that was quickly followed by jokes about Moose. The marketing consistently emphasizes the show's quirkiness and warmth while completely sidestepping its psychological complexity. This isn't accidental. It's calculated to maintain the illusion of a family-friendly comedy while delivering something far more complex to attentive viewers. The Great North isn't just a comedy about an eccentric Alaskan family. It's a portrait of a family fractured by abandonment, held together by denial, and slowly breaking under the weight of unaddressed trauma, all while desperately maintaining the fiction that everything is fine. The true brilliance of the show lies in its ability to function on two levels, as a silly animated comedy for casual viewers and as a profound psychological study for those willing to look deeper. Next time you watch the Tobins navigate their frozen world, look past the jokes and cute animation. What you'll find is one of the most honest portrayals of family dysfunction on television, hidden in plain sight beneath a layer of Alaskan snow and clever one-liners. The question isn't whether the Tobin family is broken. The question is whether they'll ever acknowledge it before the ice cracks completely beneath them.